How to tell if a man is marriage material. I got that question from one of my mentees when we were having a conversation the other day on the phone. And this is what I told her. The four things that I looked for when I was vetting for a husband, when I was finally ready to be married, is his leadership. Is he a protector? Is he a provider? Those are the top three things. And the where I got that from was observing what's the common reasons why people get divorced. They get divorced because of money, for the lack of being able to manage their household or their lack of interest in managing their household, and also being able to make their woman feel protected and secure and safe. And so for me, if the man has great leadership qualities, and you can identify that in how he leads himself. So if he has great self-discipline, how he leads his children, if he takes a positive and active role in the leadership of his children in church or something like that, in his business and his job, he has great leadership skills. That means he can run a household. He could be the head of a household, head of you, all of that. Protector. One way I looked at whether or not my husband was a protector is, how does he talk about the women in his life? And my husband was married prior, so he has the mother of his children. He has a mother, he has sisters, he has aunties, cousins, all of that. He does not talk negatively about them. My husband, he will talk factual about them, but he doesn't drag, he doesn't vent, he doesn't tarnish the name of people in his life, whether it's male or female, that he's at odds with or that he doesn't agree with. Therefore, I know he will protect me, he'll protect our children. And also, if something is going on, he always takes a role in as a man and making sure the problem gets solved. Lastly, whenever we were on dates and we would walk down the street or something, he would make sure I stand in the inside of the sidewalk. He's on the outside. So like, he physically puts himself as protector over me, right? And you can kind of just tell that. You just got to be mindful when you see stuff like that. The third thing, being a provider. Now, providership in men comes in many different ways. Some men only pay the household bills. Some men like to pay 70%. The woman pay 30, 80, 20, whatever. Your household is your household, or whatever y'all come up with is y'all. But the fact that he's willing and able to use his income that he works hard for to protect and to provide for you and your family, as the women and the children, that is critical, right? Again, like I was saying, my husband, he was divorced when I met him, but he was still the primary financial carrier of his children, even though they had split custody. So he made sure he had health insurance on them. If they needed something, he paid for it. Like, the mother of his children don't have to scrimp and save. If they need anything, it's not, oh, I pay child support, he don't pay child support. He just buys them whatever. If he sees they need new shoes, a new coat, new backpack, clothes, whatever the case is, he's going to do it. There is no arguing. He already knows that he's a father of his children. And so he already just assumes that responsibility. There is no arguing. There is no fussing and fighting. When I was dating about money with him and his child's mother, none of that. There was never anything like that. He had his own apartment when I met him. The kids had their room. Whenever he needed, he grocery shopped. He did everything, right? And also, he had the means in order to marry a woman and take on her child, right? Because when I got married, I had one child and I was a single mom, and he was a single father, a divorced father with two children. And so he had the income to blend a family to where we become five and find a household that is adequate for all of us. And he found the duplex, the new built duplex that we live in, and made sure every child had their own room to acclimate to blended family life and everything. So, that's my 2 cents when it comes to whether or not a man should protect and provide, what are the qualities that make a man marriage material? It is leadership, protection, and providership.